Hi everyone, my name is Jess and I am a thriftaholic. I'm here at my local honey hole and let's go inside and see what we can flip for a profit. I typically resell vintage items, Y2K or earlier, but if I see something modern, I definitely will pick it up. Let's go inside and see what we can find. I have a routine when I go into these stores. So you'll see prices range drastically. There's a vintage tobacco basket that was $7. They don't flip for that much. That blanket was $7 and it was pretty plain. This was really cute, but for $15. I try to buy smaller items because storing hard goods is a little bit tricky. TV was a good price for personal use. Some 90s Boyd's Bears. No resale value there that I'm aware of. My mom used to have so many of those. And then she pretty much gave them away at her yard sale. That was $40 for a DVD player. Now that cookie jar may have been worth it. Those lamps were not true vintage. Baskets, I try to look for woven rope ones from Lavender Clothesline. She usually shows some pretty neat baskets that go for decent money. But in here you see Precious Moments. That stuff used to be very collectible and expensive. And now I believe it's not. Now, they do some research on items, but then they also have items that go pretty cheap. As you can see, that was $3. I don't recognize that mark. If you know it, please put it in the comments down below. It was pretty well painted. Good quality. I was just checking to see if I thought it was uranium, but it was not. It had a nice coat of dust on it. I try to stay away from glassware because shipping is not fun when items break. Now, I was here a couple weeks ago and those dresses were here. The one on the left is $60, the one on the right is $20. I really have debated, what do you think? This gorgeous 70s lace gown is just really nice condition. Check out those sleeves. I may, if it's there the next time I go, I may just buy it. I actually, if it's still there, I'll ask if they'll take $15 because I have heard of people bartering, or not bartering, but bargaining and asking for a lower price. This is handmade. I would love it for it to be gunny sacks, but you know, that's doesn't happen very often in my area. But gorgeous gown. Sorry for the video not focusing. Just give it 1 second. There you go. Gorgeous gown. All right, here we have an enamelled toilet pan. Some antique cast iron parts. These would be cute if you had a little antique booth, but I primarily stick with clothing and accessories, and I'd love to ship only online from a very rural area. So I do not know what this is. If you know what it is, please put it in the comments. It's got a hole there, and I don't know if that was, there's supposed to be a wick in there. It's painted, but it's metal. I didn't really investigate it because I didn't think it was anything, but I could be wrong. And then, you know me, I always look at the linens. Take a close look. They price those bean bags, or not bean bags, but burlap bags, decent price. So I was looking for the tag on those pillow covers, but they did not have any, so I passed. Do not pass up the plush. I love Google Lens to determine if it is worth picking up. Looked at the mark, that was interesting. But as you can see, it's a modern piece. I do sell everything. Check this out. I had to buy that card. It's so funny. My son has been obsessed with dinosaurs since he was like 2 years old, so I got it, and we'll give it to my husband for Valentine's, which is coming up very soon. I still have not gotten him a gift. And of course, I had to go through all the cards to see if there were any that could be used for anything else, because their cards 25 cents. You cannot beat that. If you go to the store, you can get like a basic card for $5, and the good ones are like 10. Unfortunately, there was nothing for Valentine's that was super cute there. I do always look through the free boxes. They have quite a few free here today. That just looked like fabric. It was vintage, probably 60s or 70s. but it just looked like unfinished fabric. Now, I can't show it super well here, but there are, not that piece. There we go. Some soccer scarves. I do not know anything pretty much about soccer, but I think these will flip for like at least 15 a piece. I got 2 of them and they're free, so it's just pure profit. Filming is so hard. I swear by my pop socket because I have a big phone and it's hard for me to hold it, especially while filming, and my pop socket actually broke. So I got a new one today, so the next time I thrift, it should be easier for me to film with my pop socket. Nothing else in this box seemed to be worth it much. There was another vintage scarf, but it was just a little polyester piece. Knit one, and there was like a 31. I don't even know what that was. Alright, off to the next box. They usually have free religious boxes. Oh my goodness. Blast from the past. Check that out. The box was in very nice condition. 50 cents. And it was sealed. Brand new. So I didn't scan the other ones. Could have been a mistake. I don't think they're highly sought after. I always check PC games. And those seem to be worth about 10 to 15 a piece. So I'm just gonna bundle the two. That's a lot. I'm trying to get ASP up higher. Okay, I usually find at least one item, dress or skirt or a set. Here, their dresses are $3.50 and their skirts are $2.50. I will pick up modern items if I can sell it for at least $30. Alright, so I recently just sold a plain denim midi skirt for I think $35 on Etsy yesterday. And I decided to give this button-down safari style khaki skirt a try. It's dead stock, 90s Cabin Creek. I think because it was dead stock, it made me pick it up. Again, $2.50. And I do check very closely. This thrift store is very bad about the quality of the clothing, and so a lot of times there will be holes or a lot of stains on them, and I don't want something that's going to require a lot of time if I'm only going to sell it for $40. That skirt maybe even go for like $35. 80s Worthington. Pretty basic though. Now, you know that brand, LuLaRoe. Never say never though, because I have sold LuLaRoe this last year. Just pretty, nothing like, so for me, I need a wow factor. It needs to stand out from everything for the most part. I try not to get basic, boring items. I want to go home and want to list it, if that makes sense. Now here's like a Y2K, maybe that was 90s, plaid suit. It was kind of giving me 70s vibes, but I don't have the best luck selling career suits. There's some cheap modern pieces. Top does not belong there. A long maxi skirt from Faded Glory. I think that was Fashion Nova. I just seeing what size it was. I think it was a medium. You know, Fashion Nova is cheap, fast fashion. Not as bad as Shein, but almost. Again, plain, boring, black. It's crazy because probably a year ago, or no, 2 years ago, I found 70s or 80s Gucci, like a wool skirt. You guys, I still can't sell it. I think I initially priced it too high, but it blows my mind. Now, here's 90s Christopher & Banks. I could probably buy that and list it for $35. But again, it's kind of boring to me. I like this knit look. You guys, that was a modern piece from Target. A lot of these items that I looked at today that look like vintage were actually remakes from Target. A lot of Wild Fable and A New Day. It's crazy how all these companies now are trying to have that vintage look. I almost got this. I almost got this. I will pick up some more substantial pieces from Maurice's if it has something that I think I can list it for 30 bucks. So it's an extra large, which is why I picked it up. But under closer inspection, I noticed that there was, if you saw on the end of that sleeve, and if it was missing a sequence, I did not even mess with it. Now, I like this crinkle texture on this skirt that was vintage, but again, it just wasn't interesting to me. Now, I saw this top last time. It is sequins and silk. However, it is missing some sequins, and I just don't want to deal with that. There is a modern branded skirt. You could tell how cheap it was by the strings hanging off the elastic. Alright guys, my car was filled with donations for Goodwill. And actually it was on my husband's car and he told me to go to town and donate the stuff. So now I'm going to shop again. Alright, I love picking up discontinued beauty products or just higher end beauty products. I didn't even check comps on that. I should probably look that up. I just threw it in my car. For this instance, if it doesn't have a scan barcode, I do Google Lens as the quickest way for me to identify it as far as what it retails for or what people have it listed for on eBay. And then I will check actual solds as what people are asking, and then what it sells for are two completely different things. That's a rookie mistake from when I started reselling 6 years ago. I love when they have carts. I always run in the new carts. This was so awkward, and as you can see, it is Pottery Barn. It was wood, and it had this weird sliding lid that was also really hard to open with one hand while trying to film. And if you guys know what that is, please put in the comments because I had no clue. Alright, I also didn't look, but I liked the changing of the book. Didn't look that up either, and it was sealed. Whoops. I tried to look up everything just to be safe because you just never know. Now this I actually am keeping for ourselves. This Works is a great tool brand. If you know Works, it's spelled W-O-R-X. This was their line for cars, I believe. Just a small vacuum that plugs into your cigarette lighter, and it had all the accessories. So for 11 bucks, I picked it up for ourselves. I always dig through there. I used to work at this Goodwill for quite some time, and so I still know some of the employees there. So it's just like my second home. I still sometimes miss working outside the home, but I love being my own boss. Check out cute little shoes. Kids, I have 4 kids, so I'm always looking for shoes. A cute little plushie, little kangaroo, but Kohl's Cares, I believe they only flip for like 8 to 10 bucks. That was interesting, but it felt very cheap. Again, I'm just looking at the shoes, makeup bag, nothing here. They had some vintage Tupperware, but unless it's a full set or something, it just isn't worth it for me. That pillow was absolutely adorable. I almost picked it up. Yuck. I did put it back. Another customer picked it up shortly after I left. I didn't look that up, but I opened the box and it felt super cheap. It's the Paint by Numbers. All right. I love selling hats. That was a funny one. I thought I put that in my cart. Oh, no, I decided not to. Because they had it marked a little bit higher than I was hoping. What did they have it? Okay, almost $4. You know, with inflation, prices have gone up at this place. Now, that's a local, is it a hockey team? No, baseball, I think. And it was like, I don't know what that is, but I love selling hats. I love finding hats for like 50 cents at some of my honey holes. Sorry, a notification came on my phone. I have sold one of those before for 20 bucks. It's the same made in the USA right there, which is what I look for. But I'm trying to get stuff to make like more like 30. Plus, I think I have one currently for sale as well. Now, I did a terrible job of showing you what I was looking at. This place was so busy. I was trying not to get people in shot, but looking at the scarves, I do look for mohair. Lap blankets do really well. There are a lot of agricultural farmer hats here where I live. Again, middle of nowhere in Illinois. There's a Travis Matthews new hat for $3. I did put that in my cart, but as I will show you later, I did put it back. I did not actually buy it. That was a really cute hat too. I do apologize. It's like 11:30 at night here when I am editing this video. That's a really cool 90s Alcatraz costume hat. I did put it back. Comps were pretty mixed. And I just didn't feel like it would sell. So I did find some nice beauty products I will show you in my haul if you stick around. A lot of beauty products that I don't know what they are, but I learned by Google. I always look at the vintage hats that was like 90s, Y2K Dockers, which was just like pennies. Beach bound, that would be so cute for my Thrifting is My Beach channel. I think it was like Ray Dunn. I picked those up for my son. He loves dinosaurs and he lost his heavy duty snow gloves. Of course, he's gone through so many pairs this year, it's ridiculous. As you can see, another bright orange hat. We have a lot of hunters here and deer. Again, you know, we live with a bunch of cornfields, a lot of farmers. So, all right, I'm looking through the hats. Didn't know that logo, but a lot of this seemed to be like more modern, current brands. Didn't see any wool or mohair. I always keep my eye out for like those Pendletons, which I've only found a few. But here we go, tons of new linens, well, dead stock linens. So that futon cover looked kind of cool because I think that Beauty Rest font and stuff is vintage 90s, but you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but through the plastic, that is used. Gross, gross, gross. So I didn't even look it up. Now here we have, what's the brand? Linden Home. I forget what store it came from, but that design was not very desirable. And I did put both of those in my cart, but I later did put them back. There's like a 90s Linden Street. That's a bed skirt, and bed skirts I just don't pick up because I haven't used a bed skirt for so long. That's cute, but Food Network, isn't that just like Walmart? Nice little table runner. Again, Walmart. What are these other ones? I love finding, I did not look that one up either because that looked more modern, but I love finding Pottery Barn, Pier 1. There's a lot, like vintage Tommy Hilfiger. Like I used to have the Tommy Hilfiger denim comforter, and I wish I would have kept it because they sell now for like $200. Nothing exciting. I do look for like Linux. They have their own nice holiday Christmas ones. I sold some last year for like 70 bucks. My mom used to have them back in the 90s. She may actually still have them. And she probably paid retail for them. That's really nice. It's like a couch cover. Kind of weird. Being that like fuzzy purple color, but... Alright, now if you see, I'm going pretty quickly and I am following a rack. I flock to these new racks. There is not a rule saying that you cannot look through these racks. So I get there and then I'm like, oh, she's... And then of course I get distracted. Squirrel. Those were a little high. I did like this style of the camo suede Under Armour. Whoa, that sole is gone. So I'm just looking at the shoes. Those are some nice black Converse. They were $5. I'm so bad. My kids do not do well with laces. I did pick this up for myself. I'm a nervous Rex. Hilarious. My son again loves dinosaurs and Disney parks. I'm a nervous, anxious person. Like, that's just me. So totally fits my personality. So I did get that for myself. Now, finally get a chance because the employee is away from the rack. So I do apologize. I flipped through these pretty quick. A lot of them are just fast fashion brands. As you can see, I just wanted to get a glimpse of, you know, new inventory. I usually find at least one item off of these racks. There are some nice White House Black Market, like the newer tags, but I don't tend to sell that brand anymore. I have some of the items that you know, were rejects from ThredUp that I just cannot sell for like a nice dress for $25, even though it probably retailed for $150. Now this was a brand I was not familiar with. It felt really nice, but an indicator was the loose threading at the seam. I did pick this up, guys. However, $5, there's a snag on it. It was a large. It was huge. I did put it back. I just think Free People is very overrated. Unless it's a substantial, nice dress or something, I typically pass. And I don't find Free People that often. Sorry. That was a We the Free. So again, nothing exciting, unfortunately, that I can recall. Again, I am flipping through this pretty quick. I got these Legend. I thought they might be something leopard print, and they were an extra large, but it turns out they're brand new for like $20.
Alright, so next day, let's get into the haul. I stopped at 2 thrift stores, and I got a collection of vintage clothing, a few modern pieces, maybe, and vintage hard goods, and some beauty products, modern, obviously. Alright, so the first one is, sometimes I go on Facebook Marketplace and just browse, not very often, but I found someone local that was selling some jackets, some 90s Marlboro, I can say that, jackets. This and the other one was a wool blend that is reversible. It's like a barn shore jacket. I listed that a few days ago, and I just picked this one up. It's a double lined fleece with the patch. This one has a, I'm trying to think if this one's plastic zipper by Doolin. Anyways, I haven't closely inspected this. I just took it out of the bag, but it has pockets, and the other side is pretty cool. It's the black and red buffalo plaid that I think should do well, but I don't know if this side has any Marlboro markings. I don't think it does. So I don't know who would want, you know what I mean? Like people want to see branding or a spell out or something like that. These are good size. They're an extra large. It almost feels like a 2X. So yeah, I mean, it's a nice style. It's really warm, but the other side does show the patch and the side unfortunately doesn't. So I'm going to, oh wait, okay. The only thing that I see is it has a little mark on the cuff. And yeah, I did let the lady know that I'm a reseller. And so if there's any other items, to please, you know, think of me. So, okay. This is my honey hole. Some of these items I showed you, some of these were not filmed. So, let's get to it. This is a really cute 90s PC game from, what year is this? 96. Probably something I really wanted. I don't know if we even owned a computer in 1996. I think we just earned a word processor. Do you guys remember, like, before computers were at home, common to have at home, we had, like, an electronic word processor because my dad was a minister at the time, so he would type up his sermons on it, and so I thought it was so cool. These were 50 cents, so I picked them up just for the nostalgia. But I'll put in the corner what comps typically are. Again, and the only reason I did pick it, oh shoot. I thought it was sealed. Okay, well, guys, I didn't even open the box because I'm like 50 cents. I'm just gonna grab it. Yeah, there's not even a game in here, guys. I've been reselling for 6 years, and I didn't even check. It's gone. No game. That is really sad. So, yeah, I guess. Oops. Alright, well, there you have it. You're a reseller. Check the boxes. Pick up games or DVDs. Make sure they're in there because that will be donated, unfortunately. Cute card. My husband for Valentine's, which is around the corner. These are heavy, so I did pick these up. I feel like these are probably complete. I'm hoping to get like, I don't know, $25, $30 for the set, and I'm only in $1 total. I'm going to open up one of the boxes. But there is weight to these. And this was at Best Buy back in the day for $30. Yeah. 2-disc set. Okay. So I have the first and the second edition. They did this thrift store posted on January 20th. They had received a bunch of video games like Xbox 360, Wii, older ones. But they did have Wii Mario Brothers, which it used to flip for decent, like during COVID. Anyways, it was gone the other day, which I'm not surprised. And the prices were $5 to $7.50 a game, which is not worth it. I scanned a few and, you know, they weren't worth it for me. And then some guy came in a few minutes after me, an older gentleman, and he's like, you know, these aren't reasonable prices. Can you do better? And the manager came out. He got the games down to $2 a piece if he got them all. I'm like, that is insane. And this place has really nice prices on pretty much everything else, unless they look it up. So I'm not really going to complain. Okay, this you guys did see. I recently just sold a skirt very similar to this, but it was denim, and it comes with its own belt. Again, I showed you it's new with tags. It does have the tortoise shell buttons all the way down, and it is a maxi with a single pleat in the back. Has really deep pockets. It's a vintage 10, probably a modern 6. Maybe just a modern 8 because it's from the 90s, but it's probably a 6. Maybe 8. Stretchy waist. Okay. These were those free scarves. Again, I just looked really quickly and I didn't show you very well when I was filming with one hand, but I think these are soccer. And my cat, she is going crazy. It's 0 degrees here today, and she's an indoor-outdoor, and we try to keep her indoor as much as possible during the winter. And she's going crazy, knocking everything off and meowing because she wants to go outside. It's like, it's not going to happen. And then my husband told me yesterday morning he has to get up really early to go to work, and the neighbor's dog was out barking like crazy, and he went out and looked, and there was a coyote just walking casually down the street. A coyote. I would freak out. We live on the edge of town, and we're in a very small, like, village, so I'm not surprised, but I would be so scared because I'm a chicken. Okay, here we have a Western style denim shirt jacket. It has the really neat tapestry Southwest print here, and like a cream, burgundy, and a really dark green. It is by Adobe Rose, $19.95. It's a 1X. I didn't realize the size. So this will do very well. It's semi-cropped, but a very nice style. I think it has like antique gold middle buttons. This should do decent. I sell rodeo wear pretty well, especially vintage. This next one is modern, but I do well selling this brand, and it's an extra large. So the factors that made me pick it up is Wrangler is sought after in certain styles. This is Rock 47. This is more of their rock line, more edgy. It kind of gives me like Sinful Affliction meets Wrangler. So this is a woman's extra large. It's like a charcoal washed, it feels almost like chambray. Has pearl snaps. It has purple stitching with the fray edges, but the embroidery, the thick embroidery with the rhinestones, I think will do really well with this. I'm just going to guess off the top of my head $30. If it's different, I'll put it in the corner, but again, if it would have been a small, I probably would have left it behind, but it's a women's extra large, so I went ahead and picked it up. This next piece probably would have been a lot better at the beginning of winter. It's currently February. It's the beginning of February, I don't know. And yeah, people are starting to shop more for spring, but cardigans are like a nice transitional piece. This is a very nice, chunky, textured, neutral cardigan. I really like the chunkiness and that neat texture. It's like a checkered, okay, I thought that was a hole, but it's just weird black stitching, which is so weird because there's no black thread in this. Here's the tag. I have a couple of sweaters by these. Lily of California. I got excited because at first I thought it was vintage Lily Pulitzer, but this is not their style at all. Has big two big pockets, and again it's chunky. I have not washed any of these items, so they need to go in the wash. Except that marble jacket, it's like the fleece and stuff, and I don't want to get it pilly. Unless it has an odor, I'm just going to sell it like that. Okay, this is a fun one. It's an interesting dark floral, but it's kind of giving me like spooky vibes because it's black and purple. And has shoulder pads, so I'm guessing it's 80s. But it's got a high neck, elastic waist, midi. It goes like mid-calf. I'm guessing at one point it had a belt. I don't see any loops, but a lot of times these would come with like a statement belt almost, but maybe not because the pattern is so bold. And it's an interesting fabric. You can see it almost reminds me of pajama material. So yeah, has a rear zipper. Size I would say is like a medium, modern medium. I just sat on this lamp, which I'll get to in a second. Oh, okay. This was $2. This is a vintage, handmade, knit, very boho hippie cream shawl. You'd wear it like this. Like this. I sell these usually for $30 to $35, the plain ones like that. So this one I almost put back because it is kind of yuck, but I love this American Polo all over print, and it's an extra large. I believe this is 90s with the eagle and the flag. It is faded from wear, as you can see, and there is maybe a little bit of discoloration on the neckline, not much, but again it's white, so due to the fading of the colors, I'm just not sure. I did not check comps, but again, shirts were like $2 there, so I think I can do okay with this. But yeah, I liked that it was double-sided, all over print, and it was a polo, not just a t-shirt, but a polo. I'll wash that. Okay, so this has been at this thrift store for months. At first, the first couple times I looked at it, I'm like, oh, 80s, acid wash. This is handmade, but if you look closely, it is fake denim. Like, thin fabric, it looks like denim. These are pleated, wide leg, cropped pants. These are so fun. The back is plain. Again, these are hand stitched. There is no stretch to them. And I thought they were made to look vintage, and they were just cheap dupes because of the stitching. The stitching looks good, but it just looks like something you get from a boutique, like made in China. But I looked at the zipper, and the zipper is vintage Talon. So these are definitely handmade, and I'm going to sell them. I'm hoping that they will fit me because I really want to model these. That would be fun. Okay, this I thought was modern. What made me really look at it for being quality is that it was tied, which is very interesting because a lot of these they have a zipper front or buttons, but there were metal tips on the ends of these, like suede microfiber ties. So that kind of is like, okay, well, maybe it's a little bit better quality. So then I looked inside, which is also a nice satin liner. There is a little bit of discoloration on the inside, but it's vintage, so I went ahead and picked it up. And it was vintage because these lot 7/8, they started putting up the lot sizes in them to keep track of garments at first. And lot sizes, did they discontinue those in the 80s? Oh my gosh, guys. I think it's a mouse palette. Oh dear. It's faux fur, I believe. Yeah, it's faux fur. Gross. I'm gonna put that back in the bag just to be safe. Okay. It's really gross. Okay. Kansas Home on the Range, just a vintage hat by Otto, O-T-T-O. Just a nice snapback with the embroidery front. Made in Thailand. Yeah, 90s. Maybe even 80. No, I'm gonna say 90s. 50 cents. This one, I always go for the like odd, unique items because they just really pop out to me in the store. But Bob Mackie, I have tried selling some of like his pants and stuff before, and I only try to pick up, it kind of reminds me of Quacker Factory. I don't know if this is sold through QVC, probably, possibly, but this is Bob Mackie. It's like art to wear, wearable art, duh. And it's a velvet dark green fall vibe jacket, like zip jacket, with the embroidered owl, the leaves, and the cute little squirrel. They were having a coat sale that were $2, so I don't know if I got charged $2 for this or not, but this is adorable. It's a medium, and I need to see how this can be laundered. I washed a red trench coat that I listed the other day because there were some blemishes on it, and I washed it on delicate, like by itself, and the back kick pleat or vent tore, and the kind of fabric is like very hard to hand repair, so I did my best, but I don't think I'm gonna wash items if I'm questioning it. I did not see a care tag in here, unfortunately. Oh, it's on the back of this one. Dry clean only. Okay. Yeah, I cannot wash this one, unfortunately, and I don't want to pay $10 to $15 to have that dry cleaned. So, this one is so fun. This is probably one of my favorite sweaters that I've thrifted this season. Here's a pastel pink, like kind of Fair Isle hand knit sweater with pearl embellishments. Like the pearls are knitted throughout. Very awesome. Like, I love this work. This is hand knit Cherry Sticks Limited. I've never seen this tag. It may be something to look. Again, I always research and put comps if I find it up here in the corner when I edit my videos. This is made in Korea, and it's a nice size. It's very large. It's for a UK 44, whatever that is. It's an extra large, I think. And then the back is just pink, but I really love this. That cannot be laundered. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that vest. Obviously I'm going to sell it, but I don't really want mouse turds on the floor. Okay. This I got for myself. Works, W-O-R-X, is a tool brand. We have like a drill and a weed eater, and I like the brand myself a lot. I feel like they have very nice quality. And this is a vacuum for your car. I did check comps quickly and I don't remember, but I did pay almost $12. However, with my Goodwill reward points, I got $10 off my order, so technically this cost me, like, you could say it cost me $1. But it's a hand vacuum, and it comes with a little hose, the accessories, and you simply plug it into your charging dock or your cigarette lighter, whatever you have, and vacuum. This has been used maybe once. I mean, it's pretty clean, so I cannot wait, because what we do at our house is we use extension cords and use our house vacuum if we can't find our shop vac, and I do not like to do that. So this would work very well for our house. All right, that came from Goodwill. Now we're gonna move on. I went to the Galsburg Goodwill. I usually almost always find stuff there, but they have so much. I could spend hours in there. At this specific time, I was only there an hour and 15 minutes. And I got these 2 lamps, mid-century modern lamps, like right near the end. So I don't know if they just got put out. I could always check the dates. This came out on the 30th. So this came out, had been there for 3 days and nobody had bought it. So this is gorgeous. I do need to clean it up a little bit, but it should clean up very well. It's got the poles, and I'm hoping the bulb works. That way I can test it out for photos. It does have a little bit of patina on the chrome, but here's the bottom. I'm going to guess this is from the 70s. And it was $2.59, which is an amazing price. This is a very nice desk lamp. I love it. It's so cool. It looks like something my grandpa used to have at his desk. But as far as comps, some people were putting mid-century modern desk lamps on auction, and they were going for like $20, $30. And I think there's a lot more value to those than people were listing them for on eBay. Some people just underprice things, or who knows their circumstance. But for me, I will sit on something if I have to get the right price. So I really don't know. I may start that one at 100, maybe even a little over 100. I need to do more research to see specifically like general pricing. Okay, this I also took a gamble. Well, the lamps are not really a gamble. I can return them if they do not work. This caught my eye. I did not know who she was. She looked familiar, but this is an actress. She was really popular for silent films. Her name is Alice White. This is 1930, and it says it's a colorized publicity photo. So this obviously originally was in black and white back in the 30s, and it's in like a 1980s frame as far as the matting. Like you see those, maybe early 90s, but I'm going to guess more like 80s. And like it's a quality frame. They went to the effort to label, you know, the sticker, like who it was and stuff. And so I did a quick Google lens. It was $4.29. And they did not have these in color. I didn't even see this, like just doing a quick Google search. I do not like shipping frames. The frame does not go with the photo at all. So I guess I can open it with you guys and see if we get any more details about this. I'm just going to ship it by itself. I'm guessing it's a print that, but I didn't see anywhere online. So I'm just going to see what it looks like. So the tape doesn't look that old, just looks like regular Scotch tape. And I'm just going to peel it off. Yeah, it feels like a more modern, but it is still like pixelated, you know, like I don't feel like it's high quality an image, so maybe it is older. Unless they blew up a smaller picture, which would make sense as to why it's not as clear. So I'll have to do more research, but I just think that is so fun for like a little retro vibe. If you're into like that kind of decor, that'd be really cute. So I had to get her. And again, I don't know what I'm going to list her for. If I find any more information, I'll put up in the corner. Other items that fell out of the bag I didn't show you guys from my honey haul. Whoops. All right. So this has also been at that thrift store for months. But over the winter, I didn't want to pick this up. But this is a Safari maxi dress, 90s by Erica & Co. Or sorry, this is Erica Studio. From the 90s, just a nice maxi with cute patch pockets. It almost looks hand painted. It's just a screen print, but, and then it's got little slits. It's black. It's in very nice condition. I just thought it was cute, and it's got the little tie back. So I would list this one probably for just $40. I'm not going as crazy. Well, I wasn't really crazy, but I'm trying to be more competitive with my pricing more recently because I want to make money. My sales, a lot of people are either like killing it or their sales are really slow, and right now my sales are really slow, so I'm trying to get momentum. Alright, so if I see Eileen Fisher in nice condition, I will pick it up. This cost me, I think, $2. The dress was $3.50. It's a crinkle, like eggplant purple Eileen Fisher in a size large. It has the fabric covered buttons. It's a button down shirt and does not feel like silk. It is. It's double lined crepe. Is it double lined? No, sorry, it's not double. It's just like thicker crinkle silk fabric. Really pretty color. It's decent size. So I'm not going to wash that one. Okay. I only got a few items to resell from Goodwill. I typically don't find that much vintage there. So, okay. Here we have an 80s women's reversible ski vest quilted with the nice like Fair Isle pattern. Has zipper pockets. And I will show you the other side. This one was half off, so I paid $2.50 for it. There is a little bit of fading from wash wear. It's supposed to be red. Just a little bit of fading, but it's just a patterned vest, but ski wear is pretty popular right now. I'll show you the tag, because I wasn't sure. Well, the zippers looked vintage and the style looked 80s, but I did find a tag in one of the pockets. If it's reversible, look in the pockets. Vogue Mont, I think, Taiwan. Water repellent. This is nylon, poly filled. If the vintage large, it's probably a modern small medium. I will wash that one. You saw the gloves, personal use over there. Oh yeah, this shirt is so funny. I think I did show you guys this. I'm a nervous Rex. Yeah, sometimes I am nervous. You know, anxiety. I did pay $5 for this, guys, but it's at Disney Parks. So, you know, if I don't like how it fits, I'll just sell it and make a little bit of money. But the rest, I think, are to resell. So, Goodwill doesn't have plastic bags anymore. They're spending $80,000 on plastic bags just for Central Illinois Goodwill District. $80,000. Plastic is bad for our planet. You know, we're trying to move towards making better choices for our planet. So I totally agree. I think it's a great idea. And they offer Goodwill bags if you want to purchase one, which I actually didn't see one near the checkout. Otherwise I would have bought it. But I always bring my own bags. And now I've learned that. So this is a new brand to me. It looked like the quality stood out to me in the tag. It's by Wrap, designed in London. And it's kind of lagan looky. The color, it almost looked, the way it's dyed, it's not like a consistent green. It's kind of interesting to me. So I did pay a little. So Goodwill raised their prices. You know, a lot of places are right now. $7.23 is what I paid. But I paid that much because this brand is 55% hemp and 45% cotton. It's a US 14. It's a great size. It's a gorgeous color. I mean, to me, this looks like a beach cover or like a swim or like something you wear around the house. Very casual, very flowy, relaxed fit. But I think this will do well. It looks brand new. I don't remember this. Oh, this is so cute. Love this color. I'm pretty picky with my Free People, but this is a really interesting green cable knit, mock neck, like a boxy fit, semi-cropped, and it's a large. Great size. I did pay $5 for it, so. I don't think this color is good on my skin tone. I feel like it does not do me any good. So, I will be selling that one. Alright, so I've got my beauty products last, but this next lamp that probably came from the same donor is a gooseneck banker's lamp or piano lamp. This one was $3.79. Again, vintage, mid-century modern. Has a little bit of patina on it, not bad. And you turn it like this. So it doesn't move, so this would be best for probably not a desk, but I'm gonna say like a piano. I'm gonna say like $50. This one won't get me as much as the other one, but still great profit. Okay, so the beauty products I filmed. I don't think I filmed when I was scanning this because I needed my phone. I record on my phone. So 6 to 9 months ago, I found a bunch of higher end beauty products that sold between like $50 and $175. I think I've sold almost every single thing. So I took a gamble. Some of these I couldn't find the exact. This was $2.59. This is Lab Series Skincare for Men Electric Shave Solution. There's some floaties in here. And this is new, so I don't know why there's floaties. Oh, it was in the car overnight and it was like 0 degrees. Oops. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Alright, they're gone. Okay. Lab Series, I have no idea where this, labseries.com. I took a chance. I did find, so I tried doing a lens search, couldn't find it. I looked this up with the title on eBay and they had these, but it's a different style of bottle. I think it's gray. So why not? If it doesn't sell, I'll just give it to my husband. This I showed you, not worth anything. I'll probably just redonate it, unless it's some kind of tool. You can open doors and do other random things with it without touching, like, you know, at doctor's offices or whatever, like touching the elevator button. I'll either like this and use my shirt or my elbow, just, you know, germs. Okay, here's a decent size. This is a brand that retails for a decent amount. Haven't heard of it before. Christoph Robin. This is cleansing volumizing paste with pure Rosal clay and rose extracts. Lifted roots. So this is to give you some volume in your hair. And it's made in Italy. Like key indicators. So it's made in the USA, Italy, Germany, Canada. I typically will take a second look. This was $3.79. I probably told you the guys that. But I went ahead and picked it up. I'll put in the corner what I think it should resell for. Oh, good. It's new. It smells so good. It does really smell like roses. Okay, rose oil. I found there was a smaller version of that as well, but it was like a travel size. And they were going brand new for like $20. And I think it just wasn't worth it for me. So this is Nick Chavez, Beverly Hills. And again, I haven't heard of it before. It's a texture, like paste kind of wax. This is made in the USA. I did pay $3.79, but if it's not worth it to flip, I did look it up really quick. But we need a good one because I've tried all the cheap like Suave and some other hair waxes, and they leave a white residue. I use them for my son's hair. He likes to sometimes comb it over. Now he wants that 90s middle part, so he's trying to get it long enough and train his hair to lay properly. And he has dark brown hair, and so this hair paste would like dry and look like dandruff. And so if you guys know of a good hair wax or paste that doesn't leave a gross residue, please put it in the comments because we're trying to find something. So we may use that. We'll see. Okay, that was all I got, guys. The first location, I have my receipt in here. I will tell you what I paid. I paid $19.30. And then at Goodwill, with my coupon, it was $36, but $8 of that was personal, so $20-some. So great for as much as I got. I need to go ahead and get this washed so I can start taking pictures and listing all of this. I do have my store links down below. If you're just curious, I will probably post this video a few days out, so things may be getting listed by that point. If you're interested, I can always do direct sales. If you have any questions about reselling, the best way to reach me is through Instagram, which is also Thrifting is my beach. I post daily content there, and if you have any questions, just feel free to reach me. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.